Taylor's return to Buffalo. It's a coach. You're a...
From the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at the newly named New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the New York Giants and the Buffalo Bills. On first down, Allen. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Here's Allen. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
On play action, Allen. And that's caught inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time. So a big pickup that time. And Charles, defending AFC Player of the Week, maybe bucking towards another award this week.
Yeah, and they say they don't really care about the individual awards. You and I both know
they do.
It means a lot to them. It means respect around the...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. In for the score. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Stephen Hauschka for the point after. Hauschka with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. Here comes Bruce Ellington on the return. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
4 down.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. First down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. 1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play here for the Bills. 56 yards.
It's bad enough watching all the highlight reels, watching guys in warm-ups going up and making these incredible one-handed acrobatic catches. But when it happens right in front of you, when you're defending him, that just makes your day that much longer, and you just wonder, how are we ever going to cover these guys?
23 yards on the play.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play?
Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little.
This is caught inside the 15. A big play here for Buffalo. 54 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I did. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down. Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with two straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time. But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Allen going to go on 4th down. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills are in for 6. Now Hausch can attack on the extra point. Hausch adds the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, here's Taylor. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him, they've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Back to Buffalo after this. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Allen now on 1st down. And that's caught left side. Seals Jones with it. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. He's going to air one out, and it's knocked away and incomplete. Janoris Jenkins with good coverage that time as he was able to get in there and knock it away. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half, a 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. He'll buy some time right. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. Here's Taylor. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now Taylor on 1st down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On 2nd down, Taylor. 20! And that's complete. It's Ellington. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. To throw again is Taylor. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick here is good. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. And in the second quarter, it's the Redskins who are out in front. 2 touchdown passes for the veteran Alex Smith. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. In that game, level, as they take on the visiting Indianapolis Colts.
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. Again, it's Barkley. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Jonathan Hankins in on the stop.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Taylor. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort.
Holding offense.
Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Taylor. And that is incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Allen looks to throw on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And he's got his tight end, Clay. Touchdown, Buffalo. Charles Clay, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap, and they exploited it.
Hauschka with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. Now it's Ellington to return. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And New York set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sidelines? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
On second down, Taylor's throw incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long. Defense. And they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. He dumps it off to Barkley. Now the ball comes loose, and the Bills have recovered.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over, but that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Eli Apple. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Taylor. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Shepard. Fighting through, and he's got space. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
The throw by Taylor here, and that's incomplete.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Taylor going for it all. And he's got his man. Beckham, touchdown Giants. Odell Beckham, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st downs, and the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
They go play action here on 1st down. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
3 down.
From midfield, here's Allen. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Here's Allen to throw it. Open man is Holmes. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. So Allen's going to look to throw. That's caught over the middle by Seals-Jones. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Allen. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. Now it's Ellington to return. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now out come the Giants from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Hey, flag, 32.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Shepard. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Ready, 319. 319.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early.
False start, offense.
And that'll set him back 5. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one. Now Ellington lost the football. It's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores. Pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding, offense.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Delay of game, offense.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was. Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
On third down, that's Henry. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Buffalo, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Giants,